All right, we're on hole number 2 of the third anniversary tournament. I thought I'd show you guys. These are my notes going in. So these are my notes for my 77 account, and then I'll just modify. I know what my idea is with that account, and have some idea for different stuff on holes based off what I saw in the videos. And then here are my club numbers. So I've got one for my 77 account, one for my 99 account, and I've got all of my numbers already worked out there so that I can just take a look at them when I'm doing the math. Now, if you're using the app, that's one of the benefits of using the app, is that you obviously don't have to do all of this math in your head. Let's get back in game. Probably have timed out. So I have those notes out. I have on one side of my tablet, I've got what I'm going to do on the hole, and on the other side, I've got what my win numbers are, just in case I forget. And it's really important on the 77 account. If you've got multiple accounts that you're playing, I think a lot of the time when I have problems from one account to another, it's because I remembered my numbers wrong. So, like if you have multiple accounts, like literally having a sheet for each one of your accounts that's got its club numbers on there, and when you're playing that account, have it out so you can take that glance over there, because that difference between 1.2 and 1.4 or 1.6 on a club, and those different numbers, that stuff starts to add up when you're trying to go for it, or when you're in those little rough bump areas. It can throw you off. All right, let's see what hole number 2 is. Let me get back on track here. Hole number 2. All right, I'm trying to do in this account, I'm trying to get out here into the shadow range, and I'm doing a rough bump to come in, and I'm not sure. I think last time I was here, I actually hit where I was forward enough. I was in my Titan range. I had brought a Titan, and I was actually in short iron range. So I need to make sure I bring a short iron and a long iron that's appropriate. And I'm going to bring the Saturn and a runner. So my backbone's a little more accurate. Let's compare those two. But I'm not sure if I have enough topspin in the backbone. At 39, it probably has enough. But if something's not right and I need to do the backspin shot, I can do that with the Saturn. So either, no matter what, I can get on with the Saturn. If I'm a little short up there, I can curl it on, I can backspin it on, I can do the rough bump to get it on. So it may not be the best, most accurate, but it's the best to make sure that I can actually get my birdie and move on, but still give me a shot at eagle. And the runner, with this limited amount of clubs, I usually play with the Kingfisher because it's super accurate, but it doesn't have the topspin. And the ball guide's not that much worse with the runner, and the Thorn has no topspin. So those clubs right now are all about the same, and each one's got their deal. So I'm going to take a runner, which is at 1.7 per ring. What ball am I taking here? I'm taking a Titan, the king of balls. Here we roll. Titan. All right, I need to get into a rhythm here and start playing today. Took a day off. I feel like I almost have to remember how to play, just like a whole day not doing any playing at all. It's one of the things I like about this game, is that you can not play for a few days, and it doesn't kill you, or your stuff doesn't end up getting stolen. You can see how far that second bounce is up there if I'm right there on that rough, and I like to be 2 rings off of any transitional surface. And we're 2-4, which is about a ring. But on all my massive curl, hit it perfect. Just floating it up there, and I'm actually mid shadow. So that'll probably be minimum. Let's think here. It'll be minimum long iron. So theoretically, I should be in my min Saturn, which is at 3.5 per ring. That's the thing about these numbers though. Like if somebody's saying like I'm doing on this hole a 10%, I'm not doing any wind adjustment coming in. I was doing a mid club. So I was doing something, but I wasn't with my main account. I'm up there in short iron range. So I'm going to have to work out what I need to do here. I'm just going to do wherever the club's at. I'm not going to add or take anything off. I want to try and hit some perfect so I can go back and watch those videos and see like where it went and what I really did. Because sometimes I think I moved at 1.9 per ring and I actually moved at 1.6 or 1.8. Okay, so there I'm right at minimum club. That's 3.5 per ring. All that top spin's just barely enough. I'm gonna leave it a little short and see if it gets there. It's 3.5 per ring, so that should be a 1-ring pull if I'm at minimum club. And that's how it hit. So I'm gonna test my numbers here and see if my numbers are right. Hitting it perfect. I should get a really good read right here. Just a bit to the right. So I'll have to see which way the wind was blowing there. And a 10% on that would have been 0.3. And that would have been like a 1/10 of a ring. Just a little teeny bit. The mid-ring adjustment there would have been 3.0 per ring. And that would have been it was a 3.5. I would have had to pull it just a little bit more. So I may do the same thing there that I'm doing in my upper level account. I may hit mid club. Even though I'm at minimum, I'm hitting mid. I'm gonna make a note there on that. Circle it. Nice shot. That's good though. I mean, me and my opponent were both right there. So that's what today is all about. The opening round is all about making sure, for me, it's all about making sure that the minimum score is like in the bag. And I want to give myself shots like that right there where I can use the numbers that I use for making adjustments and not make any extra wind adjustments and like really try and hit perfect today. So I can go back and watch these videos and see like where am I ending up? Is that the right wind adjustment? And I think I should have did the mid adjustment there at 3. That would have made me do a ring and a 1/6. And that little 1/6 might have been the right thing. And if I do the 1/6 and I'm still off, then the 10% right there would make that would definitely put me right there at the deal. So that may be a hole that I have to do a wind adjustment on based on my numbers. All right, that was hole number 2. That is I'm liking that shot, that rough bump there. This is the first time I've done the rough bump. In the past, I've always done the backspin shot getting up there, but they've changed where that area, that landing area is. They did it on the last tournament, and I didn't do it, but I'm starting to like that shot. All right, that was hole 2. Thanks for watching.